Okay, I think we're recording now.
Yeah, it seems to be recording.
Okay, so I'm going to go full screen here too. Does that show up as a full screen to you?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing you'll notice when you log in is it comes up with this thing, this initial configuration tasks. You know, that's because since this is a server and it knows like you've you know, you're setting up this machine to help other machines. Like I know I said this once in class, I'll just say it again, is that, you know, the server is like the behind-the-scenes machine that all the other machines need to talk to. Usually you don't log into the server unless you're a system administrator, like you are in this case. So for example, this is a, if you look here and when it says add roles, and it shows what roles already added. Roles are basically how the different kinds of things that a server can do. So in this case, there's an Active Directory domain service. That means like it's providing a domain that the other computers can log into. So like, you know, when you sit down at your computer at school and you log in, I think maybe it's log in into TUSD or something like that. That's your domain. All the computers are managed by a machine like this one. So if somebody said like, you know, that computer, I don't want to allow that computer to log in anymore, you could go into Active Directory and remove a machine from the network. So it's like it's like the master control program. And this one really, there's no other machines that are actually associated with this machine. It's it's by itself, even though I set it up as a Active Directory. So this kind of gives you some basic stuff. You know, automatic updating. Those are typical things you want to do for the server, right? Download and install updates. It says installed updates never. So, you know, just like you would for other Cyber Patriots things, you want to make sure you install updates and get it automatically updating. This thing on the roles, they may tell you, see, it's a web server also. So it also provides web pages for other programs. So on the next Cyber Patriot competition, they might say like, okay, you know, they keep doing this one about the drone service, right? So they're probably saying, hey, things are really taking off now. You've set up a server and you're providing web pages for your site. And they'll say you need to secure that. So when you see IIS web server, that's the web service. Print services, that's pretty typical too. And I don't know in your classroom, like when you try, if you can print, I think that you guys are limited on what you can print. But like,
I think we can print in the computer lab usually.
Right. But a print services basically is when you can connect from your computer to a printer, and then you can print to it. But the server provides that. And I mentioned Active Directory, and I'll just say, you know, Active Directory has all the computers that are in the domain, but it also has all the users. So like, just like when you got a user account, when you know, I don't know when they do it, because I think you use the same account over your whole school life, but they set you up with an account, and that's your account. If they ever needed to remove you because like you left the school, that's what they would control, is through Active Directory. So they may say something like, you know, Active Directory, you need to add person. Also, you can change like what is a person? Is a person an administrator or something else? Are you still there? Okay.
Yep.
Somebody else might have joined us. Did somebody else join us?
I think so. I think someone tried to come in, but I don't know who it was.
Oh,
it might have been Melina's here.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if she can hear this stuff.
Oh, she can't see do the audio, huh?
Yeah. Well, if she goes to our chat, she could probably find out the phone number.
That's true. Let me do this. Yeah, Melina.
Oh,
That's me
Melina
going.
responded back. She said hi.
Is it in the, I wonder if it's still in the chat right there.
Yeah.
Can you, I don't know if she doesn't know. Oh well, we'll assume.
Yeah, but she can probably go through the chat because she was in the chat just now. She just responded hi when I asked her.
Yeah, maybe you can tell her. Can you do in the chat? Because that way I can keep going. All right. All right, so let's take a look at the start menu here.
Mm-hmm.
So in the start menu, you see things like Windows Update, Notepad, Internet Explorer. This has a Windows PowerShell. It shows what the account is. Like I said, there's two accounts. There's Administrator and there is Leonidas. And you see, Server Manager is the main thing that you're going to use when you're on a server. So I'm going to click on Server Manager. And you see all this fun stuff that you can do.
Mm.
She has no headphone jack. I wonder if she can use, is she doing it through her phone?
Well,
all right.
No. Can she still just do it though?
I don't know if she can hear the audio from, yeah, she can watch, but she just won't hear us. That's what I'm afraid of.
Huh. That's,
I can't tell if she can hear or not. I can't hear her.
yeah. Well, she's trying, I guess.
I thought it did audio for both, but I'm not sure what's going on. I guess that's part of the experiment here. I'm going to switch to computer audio and see what happens. That was lame. Hello? Hear me?
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, is it working now?
I can't hear you very well if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I'm guessing Melina is still not on. Hello?
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 All right, well, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
And I guess Melina's not on the audio. Oh, wait, she can hear now.
Yeah. Can she? Oh, well, she's not responding.
I wonder if we can't hear her because it says the microphone is muted.
Oh.
That's what it shows. Okay, she's not going to talk anyway. Well, you can ask questions through the chat, and if I don't see them, maybe Diane will. All right.
Yeah, I'll listen or look at it.
Okay. Let me just close these things out. All right, back to where I was. All right, so let's go back to, so this is the one that comes up first, initial configuration task. And I think, see how it says do not show this window at login? So once I click that, it won't come up every time. So in fact, I'm going to do that. Then when you get here, the start menu is the server manager is the key thing. And a lot of the same information, but one thing you'll be wanting to look at is this security information tab. So right away you might notice something here. The firewall, Windows firewall is off. Like, oh, that's not good. We've got to turn that on. Configure updates. Run security configuration wizard. That would probably be a good thing to do. And, you know, basically do the security stuff. So this is probably a pretty key one to do right away.
Okay.
Now, if you look at roles, like remember I was mentioning the different roles, so there are the roles again. And when you set up the server for the first time, like you add roles. So these things out of the box, see there's 17 possible roles. So I don't know on the competition what roles are going to be active. I just sort of picked ones that I thought, like a web server, print services, file services, and Active Directory. So if you were like, they might even tell you, they might say like, hey, you know what, you need to get web services turned on. So then you would go to roles, you'd add a role, you click this button, and then it says, this helps you do roles. So then you go next, and then you see there's check boxes for the kinds of things you would turn on. So they might say,
is there like, is there like a set like things that you have to have?
No.
Or it's like in order? Oh, is there not? Okay.
This is kind of, it depends on what the server is configured to do. Like I said, you don't have to have a web server on your server. Maybe you're not planning on hosting any website. So in that case, you pretty much don't want the web services on.
Okay.
And, you know, so you would check these boxes and then click next and then install. And you probably have to reboot. So I'm just going to cancel this. And let's see what else. These are summary of the features. Same thing, add features, remove features. So you might see something on here like see Telnet server. That's one of those bad boys that we usually turn off because it's not secure. So you would have to go to remove features, you know, and find the, you know, Telnet, uncheck that, and then turn it off. They might tell you you need to turn off Windows PowerShell. I really tried to give you things that were, you know, kind of similar to what I thought was going to be on the next one, but obviously I don't know. So that's that. Then there's other things. This is customer experience improvement program. That's probably nothing you're going to deal with. But let's look at file services. So here are your roles. Let's look at, well, let's look at Active Directory first. So you see, you just hit these check boxes and expands things. And then it's like, oh, okay. So here are, these are Active Directory. This is your domain, is techwiz.com. which is what this domain is. So if this was the school computers, it would be TUSD.com, right?
Mm.
And if you open this box, you can see computers. Okay, there's no computers listed in here. Same thing, maybe for the, for the Cyber Patriots, you'll have a set of computers, and they'll tell you, need to disable one.
Okay.
Domain controllers. This is a domain controller, this computer. So you have one domain controller, and all a domain controller means is that they're controlling all the computers on the domain. So like I said, if this was the TUSD domain controller, then it would be controlling all those computers on the domain.
Mm.
Users. Okay, look, there's a bunch of users in here. So there's a couple users which you probably want to deal with. One is the guest user, and one is the administrator. Now, these are actually, I think that the guest user is actually disabled when you first install Windows Server 2008. But because I wanted to give you guys something to mess around with, I left it enabled. There's the one user that is set up on this account, and there is the administrator. Now, one thing that you should do, and this is all in the STIGs too, is like the administrator account, that's a default name. So everyone is like looking and expecting like, oh, I'll just try to hack the administrator account because I know that's the name of an account. So what you need to do is rename it to something else. Now, they may have instructions for you for the Cyber Patriots not to do that because it could mess things up for the competition. But for this image, you would want to rename the administrator account to something else, and you would get points for my scoring report. So let's try and do that. We'll open it up. Oh, and now I'm logged in as administrator, but I think that's still okay. Let's see, account. So there's the login name. So let's change it to, do you know another Greek, I'm not Greek, a Spartan character besides Leonidas?
Not particularly.
All right. Well, either that or give me something. How about we'll just make it you for, we'll make it Diane.
Cool.
I'll make it Super Diane.
Thanks.
Is that right? How I spell your name?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to do apply and see if that does it. Okay, that is the login name. I'm going to copy that just in case I have to change it somewhere else. So these are all things like, see how it says member of, and you are a member of the administrators group. So that basically means like you have the superpower.
Okay.
So I'm going to click OK. It's still showing up here as maybe I have to log out and log back in. So let's try that. I'm going to log out. And send a Control Alt Delete, and see how it's going TechWiz/administrator. See, it won't work because there is no administrator account anymore. So switch user and other user, and we'll make it super. I don't know if the capitalization matters.
Yeah, the super. Oh.
And Okay, so that worked. So I changed the name. If my score, if this thing is working right, then we should have gotten some points for that. Let's see, what else is there? So we were in roles, Active Directory, users, and users, right? Open that folder. Now, it's weird. It still says administrator here. Maybe it's because it's built in or because I'm logged in as administrator. I'm going to try to log out. I'm going to log in as Leonidas now. Switch user. Now they're both of these accounts are admins.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means is I can then, as an administrator, change the, I have superpowers. I can change things like maybe the administrator now. I can mean way to change the name. Account logon name. Oh, there's rename. Okay, so I just right-clicked on it, and so the guest, I'm going to rename the guest also. We'll call it hotel visitor. Okay, hopefully we got some points for that. I didn't really test it to see if it was working, but okay, so renaming the user account, then you'll do the other things. This is where you'll manage all the users. Now, you might have to add some accounts. Like they might say, oh, you need to add an account. So you can right-click here, I believe. Or where is it? Oh, so here under action, they've got new and new user. So what's Joy's last name?
Richardson.
Let me make it J. Now I'm going to make the user must change password at next login. User cannot change password is not good. Password never expires is not good. If you happen to have an account that's disabled, this is how you would undisable it. You uncheck the box. So I'm just going to make it also Spartans 5 live. Okay. So now she's in there as a user. So you might have to add users. Now, this also has, so that was the Active Directory. it's all the, you can see this folder is all the different stuff. Domain controllers, I don't know what exactly foreign security principles are, but there aren't any. They're all the users. Computers, you may have to add more computers. It may have you add a domain controller. I don't know. And these are built-in other features. So like if you're going through the STIGs, it might tell you to turn off certain built-in features. Off the top of my head, I don't know what those are.
Just check the STIGs.
Yeah, I would, you know, I'd probably start by doing the README, you know, doing whatever the simple stuff is, get some points that way, and then when you get to the, and try to do the forensics question, and then when you get to, you kind of get stuck, then whip out the STIGs. So, and here's what I'm talking about with STIGs. So I think that was confusing the other day too. All right. So in here, in the CyberCool kit, I have this as a what do you call it? Google Drive app. I installed the Google Drive app, so I'm getting it directly here. But you would be looking normally through the web. Actually, maybe I should just do that. Well, assume that we're looking at through the web. Then you have this one that's the overview. I tried to teach this in class what to do. I don't know. Did you follow along with this?
I was there. Yeah.
Okay.
I know how to like do some of it, but not. It seemed kind of complicated to read it and understand it while I'm trying to.
Right. The main part is, and this is confusing, is this, what section was it? But, you know, prior to this is the desktop. There's just some good info in there, but this is the key, is to do the analysis of the security configuration and analysis snap-in. So we can go, we're following along.
Yeah. I tried that for Windows 8 and the Windows Server. So I tried it with Windows 8, and I got it to work a little bit, but then when I actually tried and like looked at it and tried to figure out how to do it, it didn't like show up, even though I feel like I properly like did it. I wasn't sure if I did something wrong exactly.
It's possible. So,
yeah,
you know, in this one, this one it says, okay, MMC, select file, okay, so file, and I think it says, was it add security snap-in, and then security templates, security, security configuration analysis. That's this one. Add. Hit OK. Okay, so it's there. And this is the thing that was messing other people up. You do open database, and there's no database. And you're like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to find a database? Most people got hung up right here. So all you do is say, you know, you create one by giving it a name. So it can be anything, but let's just make it security database. Click open. Okay, and then now it's asking for that INF file. And the INF file is in the Google Drive. So if you look here in the drive, under the Cool Kit, Cyber Patriots, I'm losing Chloe's account. All right, Windows 2008. Oh, sorry, that's not it. Cyber Cool Kit. There it is. Okay, this thing says, where did I stick that thing? It's under here, I think. Oh, see, now I'm not even able to find it. Oh, there they are. Yeah, templates. So this is it. Templates right here. See, there it is. SCE-regvl.inf. So of course you need to get that onto the onto here.
VMware.
Yeah, and so you really gotta browse. And this is annoying too. See this Internet Explorer Enhanced Security configuration is not enabled. So this is one of those things that they might want you to turn on during the competition. It basically prevents you from doing stuff from Internet Explorer because basically they figured out that it was a huge security issue. So that's not good. Oh, there's Google Drive. DNS Pro. Now, oh, I'm sorry. Well, this may be a fail. What I'm going to try and do is just to try to get this done so we can try it. Once you get that file there, it's not in here. I think I messed this one up because of the DNS is messed up on here. Because unfortunately, DNS is actually a service that you can turn on a Windows server. So, and let's see, I'm logged in as Leonidas. Maybe that's the problem. Shoot, it's almost 7 o'clock. And I'll go back to super.yen. No, it's messed up for. Well, we're out of time anyway. Let's look at the score report, see if we got anything. Hey, look at that.
Oh.
Guest access account status disabled has been set properly. Name change. Name change must not contain admin. So we change that. Name change. Guest has been set properly. Domain member. This was already set properly. Host file. So these are all. Well, there's a file called. Well, the host file normally would not be messed with, what it is it's a file inside the Windows that is a different way you can access web pages by instead of like when you go to yahoo.com or something, you are actually converting that to an IP address. And what these hackers can do is they can actually modify the host file and make it so it's taking you to somewhere where you shouldn't go.
Oh.
Let me just, where is the host? And in Windows, okay, Windows System 32 drivers etc host. So Windows System 32 drivers, and then what was it? Oh, etc. So there is the host file.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, not cat. So this is what's in the basic host file. See, it only has localhost and this thing. If you see other entries like this, Rhino, Acme, that the colons in the front means they're comments. So they're okay. But if it's been changed, then that would be a problem. So what I was going to do for this image was I was going to change it. And then if somebody noticed and they would have deleted the extra lines, then this one would have the default entries. So like I could edit this file and remove the default entries or something. These are the default entries, and that could be the problem. So anyway, there's obviously lots that can be messed up in a computer, and the competitions, I can't prep you for every possibility. There's just not enough time. It takes a lot of practice, but you guys have done really well so far, and I'm confident you'll do well again. And hopefully this gives you a little bit of an edge up on things. Do you have any other questions?
No, I think I'm okay, mostly. I just was wondering is it really different, or but I've seen the image a bit, so I feel a little more comfortable with it.
Right.
And yeah, one question I actually had was about those, what was it called again? I totally forgot.
Packet tracer?
Not exactly. No, not that one. Service packs.
Oh, service pack. All that means is that's the level of the how do I put it? See, before they would release like Windows 2008 Server, and after about a year or two, they would they'd find all kinds of problems, and they would instead of doing just lots of Windows updates to fix all the problems, they release what they call a service pack. And so it goes to the next rev. So I'm going to right-click here on Computer, do Properties, and it'll say what version. It should say, Service Pack 2. So they may, let's say that for whatever reason they give you an image and it's Service Pack 1. Then you need to go and basically do an update to install Service Pack 2.
Okay.
And it's sort of part of Windows updates,
Are you done?
Almost. So any other last minute questions?
I think I just have one. So I remember, I think this was one of the points, but this was for Windows 8, so I was just wondering, is BitLocker a common thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
because that's one thing that
BitLocker encrypts the hard drive. What that means is when it's encrypted, it means that even if someone gets a hold of your hard drive, if they don't know the password, they can't access the files that are on the computer. Normally, like a lot of times, in fact, I help people with their computers. Something happens to the computer, I just take the hard drive out, I plug it into another computer, and I can read all the files. But if you have BitLocker turned on, then I take that hard drive out and I stick it into another computer, and it's like it can't read it at all because you need to know the secret code, the key, to be able to decrypt it. So it's a good security measure because it means if you ever got your computer stolen, the power got shut off or whatever, they can't access the files on it.
Oh, okay. That's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing, because I remember we had trouble with that once because we were kind of lost for points. So we tried doing that. We didn't really get points for it. And then like the last round, it was actually points. And I tried it, and I guess I did it wrong. I don't know. It was kind of confusing, the instructions. Because it said, like, you have to do it without you, like, clicking this button, and you have to go around this. And I was like, I tried it, and it worked, but I just didn't get points for it. So I was like, okay,
right.
Something wrong,
definitely. No, you never know because they don't score you on everything. Even if it works for one competition, it won't work for another because they change up what they're gonna. It's like an Easter egg hunt. If you may not find, like, the Easter eggs are not always in the same place. You got to look around and try different things, and you get points when you find an egg that was hidden. But if you go look where there was an egg last time and there's no egg, it's like, well, oh well. If you looked, at least it's a good hiding place for other eggs.
Okay. That's basically all I just really wanted to ask.
Okay.